Matt Greiner. I'm pronouncing it right?
That's correct.
Yeah, cool. First and foremost, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for having me.
How's the tour going so far with Heaven Shall Burn and Whitechapel and In Heart's Wake?
It's a good tour. Yeah, we left home 2 weeks ago. We have about 13 shows left until we go home, and so it's kind of easy. We just got done with a big tour in the U.S. We had 38 shows, so this feels a little bit less involved.
Okay, cool. Did you already talk to Ernie of Whitechapel because he just joined the band, and how is his experience going so far?
Yes, Ernie is a nice guy. He's a tremendous drummer, very nice guy, and it's funny, you talk to him and you get this sense of who he is, and then you go and you see him play drums, and it's like, that can't be the same guy because of how fast everything is and how involved that drumming is.
Yeah, that's Whitechapel, right? I mean, it's unreal.
It's incredible. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a good addition to the band.
How did you start off drumming?
I actually started playing drums a little bit later in life. I started when I was 15.
Great.
So I'd played piano for 4 years.
Great.
And one day coming back from piano lessons, my mom was driving, I was in the passenger seat of the car, and I was doing this on the dash with my fingers.
That's how you start.
It was like ding, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, why does that fascinate me so much to count to 5 using my fingers and to see where everything ends up? I must be a drummer, not a piano player. So I quit playing piano and I started playing snare drum the next year. My dad said, you're only allowed to play one drum. Mm-hmm. You want a drum set, no drum set, just a snare drum for 1 year. If you stick with it, then you get a drum set. Because I had switched so many times from skateboarding to BMX to motocross.
All kinds of hobbies, yeah.
Yeah, I was into lots of different phases. And my dad had the intuition to say, let's just wait and see if this plays out. Okay. And it did. Cool.
That signature posture of yours.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah, exactly. Did you get it from the start, or how did you develop it?
My mom always said to sit up straight at the dinner table. So I would do this, and I think when I sat down to play, it just translated in that way. It wasn't anything I thought about. I think if you play like this, you're a lot more constricted. Whereas if you play like this, you feel like you're gonna fall off a cliff. Yeah. So it just kind of makes sense to me to play upright. Yeah.
Drum face.
Drum face?
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
I have it. He's got it. He plays drums too.
You're going so fast. You fall.
Yeah, exactly.
You're spending all your energy thinking about this, and you're not thinking about your appearance. I guess that's what it is.
Yeah. What do you think about bands taking a more, let's say, creative turn? Some say bands are going more soft, like Parkway Drive, Whitechapel. Some people say they're gone soft. They added clean vocals, they're not as heavy, not so much breakdowns anymore. What do you have to say about that? What is your opinion?
I think it's the common trajectory to start a band, when you're 17 or 18 and want it to be as fast and heavy as possible.
Breakdown.
And have all of these walls up, right, about what you will never be. And then 10 years later, you've changed as a person, and you like things that you didn't like before, and you dislike things that you loved before. And so it's just the natural course of growing up. Take music out of the scenario and look at it from any other perspective. When you were 17 or 18, you liked certain things that you don't really like all that much when you're 27 or 28. So things just have a tendency to grow. No, you're good.
That's okay. We can cut it out. It's no problems. That's cool. Are you gonna use that tonight, or?
Oh yeah, they will be crowd surfing.
That's okay.
In Heart's Wake.
In Heart's Wake, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Brief interruption. What's your favorite August Burns Red song to play live?
Probably Whitewash.
Still?
Yeah, I think so. I just like the doom doom to the
It's a really cool beginning.
It's just a fun thing to play. I do like playing Provision a lot. I do like playing Dangerous a lot. I like playing a lot of our songs, but the ones that stick out to me are the ones that I wrote lyrics to, I guess, sometimes, because I think about what Jake's saying. It's not just about what I'm playing on drums.
Sure.
And it's cool to see people out in the crowd singing and screaming along to words that I wrote in my bedroom 10 years ago. You know,
it's crazy. Lamb of God drummer Chris Adler said the following: "I think about titties and math when I'm playing drums." Is that the same with you? Are you thinking like something completely different when you're playing, or is it?
No, I'm thinking about those things. No. Sometimes I think about what I'm gonna eat, later on. Hey guys, you can use this elevator.
Now, this is a cool interview where we actually went into a feature the guys from Montfort. So say hi as you walk by. Hello.
We just want to use your elevator, sir.
How you doing, guys? Hey, good to see you. Cool menu, right? Yeah.
So who's on stage?
Yeah, it's also good.
You guys have stayed together for more than 10 years now, with very little changes in lineup. How do you maintain that kind of positivity in the band?
That's a good question. I think we are essentially a family now. Dustin and Jake are the newest members, and when they joined the band, we got settled in together. And everyone's very happy doing the band. It's a good business. It's a good job. It's a good hobby. It's kind of a good medley of a bunch of different dynamics. But we get along with each other really well. And we've been able to maintain it just like any good relationship, where you get out of it what you give to it. And we've been able to encourage each other and do what's best for the band, not just for any one individual. And when you do that for a long enough time, you have something that sticks, something that works.
And what I saw on your live videos, you guys smile.
Yeah.
And that's really rare to see in a metal band, or just in a band. Bands that I saw live, they're not smiling anymore. They're just like, I want to get this done, get back to my bunk, take a shower or something, and then be done with it.
Right.
How do you guys do it?
Well, I can empathize with that sentiment.
Yeah, sure.
And when you're on tour, you're aware of the sacrifices you're making in doing this. But it's important to remember why you're doing it and how blessed and fortunate you are to be doing it. And if you can play from that place, you can't help but play with a smile on your face, because you have the best job in the world even on your worst day. And actually, when say you're having a bad day and you have to play a show, if you smile, even if you don't feel like it, it eventually kind of forces you to be happier.
That's true.
It's kind of just smart science, and then also change your attitude and be thankful for what you have.
Those are some good words. Cool, thanks.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for having me. It's
Sure.
awesome to meet you guys.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.